Hey everyone, Ashton, the psychologist here, and welcome back to another video where we're going to take apart a Seiko 6139 Pogue in this case, and we're going to look at what it needs, what we can do to fix it up, and show you some before and after results. So this is one that came in. It had actually been recently serviced. In fact, it's been serviced this year by a local watch repairer that said there were no parts available for the watch. So I guess they did their best when it comes to servicing this watch. Unfortunately, it's not quite up to standard. In fact, it's not really running at all, to be honest. It's constantly stopping, it's not working. We can see that the movement is totally loose in the case. It's moving around in there, so I thought we'd open her up, have a look, and I keep getting told that I need to buy, I've got a good watchmaker friend of mine, and he keeps telling me I need to buy a new casing cushion because it's so ratty and old, but he's probably right. So anyway, we've got a 6139-6002, so let's open it up and have a look what we can find. I won't show you the marking in the case back because it's got the person's name who serviced it, but it was serviced in May of 2021, so just a couple of months ago. So I'm interested to see what we find when we go through to figure out what exactly is happening inside this watch. So we're missing our inner retaining spring here, which is fine because I've got one of those. We are really sloppy on that rotor there, which is not great. It's rubbing, so that means it's going to just keep rubbing. Going to keep rubbing on the plate and cause wear. So let's get that off. Let's see what else we're working with here. This wheel here is actually rubbing on the plate. So I'll have to whip that off and see what's going on there. But doesn't bode well for the rest of the watch, to be honest. Rust all over that plate too. Just on that wheel. The lever's not upside down, so that's good. Screw missing. That's always good. Put some power on this thing and see if we're running. See what we're looking like here. Okay, so our chronograph wheel is running, so that's good. This hand looks metallic. Looks like it has a metallic paint on it for some reason. Our end shakes seem pretty massive in spots. So, good news is the chronograph's running, so it looks like our wheel is going to be okay. Our hands reset. Resetting to different spots, so it looks like that end shake is huge on that wheel. So I'm going to look at that. So I'm going to whip the dial and hands off, and we can come back to it. So I got the dial off at this point. So we'll go ahead and we'll go through and see what we're going to find. I also took the day ring off too. It was just a little easier. So I'm going to be intrigued to see what we find underneath here. I'm not got a lot of high hopes, to be completely honest, based on what I've seen so far, unfortunately. But we shall see. Let's get that day disc off there. The cannon pinion off. Cannon pinion feels a little loose too, so we're going to need to deal with that. Whip that date wheel off while we're at it. Here we go. Everything's good, functioning as it should. It's interesting, the previous company who repaired it said that they serviced it, but no parts are available. Well, can't get parts, can't service things. Well, you can fix things, but maybe don't take the job on if you can't complete it properly. That would be my evaluation of the situation. But hey, each to their own, I guess. Each to their own. I didn't actually even bother to check the timing results of this thing before we started. It was probably something I should have done, but I kind of thought, well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because it absolutely needs servicing. I think what's happened here, the reason the end shake was so much, it was so sloppy, is I think when the hand's been pressed on, it's pushed out the bushing, and that's the reason that it's been so sloppy there, and that's the reason that needs addressing and fixing. So we can address that and fix that as we go. Wheels look pretty good, no major damage to those, so that's a good thing. Wheel looks good. like I said, the all-important chronograph wheel. I actually just got my hands on a couple. I got two 6139s, and well, that is not supposed to happen. Yeah, that's absolutely not supposed to happen. So perhaps it's sticking. We'll have to address that. So here's something that I'll bring to everybody's attention. Again, well, let's get these parts off. Look at this. I mean, this is unbelievable. Like, that barrel is so wobbly. Now, you can tell me I don't have access to parts. Okay, you know what? The jewels are purpose-made, right? A few of the guys have access to jewels. They actually have them made. They go to the effort to rejewel the barrel. Now, obviously, I do a lot of Seikos, so I've gone to the effort to purchase these jewels. I don't make them. I buy them off Adrian at VTA, as he makes a great product, and happy to support him and purchase those off him. Now, I buy them because I do a lot of Seikos. But now custom watchmakers say, no, there's no parts available. I can't fix this. Well, you could put in a new brass bushing. I put in brass bushings regularly in other work that I do. It'll either be a Bergeron bushing that I adapt, or a Seitz bushing, sorry, that I adapt to fit, or I'll turn up a new bushing on a lathe and fit that bushing in. But don't tell me that there's no parts available and you can't fix the watch. Look at this. Sorry, I know I'm getting very irritated and very angry right now, and it just makes me so upset because there's these watch repair facilities out there that through advertising, marketing, whatever, they think that they're the greatest companies in the world, and they can't even do simple, basic watchmaking tasks. Whether it's they don't account for it, they don't quote for it, they don't think it's going to happen, whatever it's going to be, and it's just ridiculous because this watch is not a serviced watch. This is ridiculous. So anyway, I apologize for my rant. We'll get back to the dismantling process. Chronograph wheel looks good. Huge brass ring, completely worn away, oval hole. In no world is this kind of thing acceptable. Just totally unacceptable. Let's have a look at this escapement. Bottom pivot's lubricated, top pivot looks dry. I don't know, there's some there. This bushing is completely worn. It's third wheel bushing. It's been punched up. Someone's actually punched the sides to try to bring the bushing in. Whether it was the previous guy, I don't know, but it certainly should have been changed. Parts aren't available. Well, you could order a jewel. You could fit that in there. Stock standard size. And rust and filth all through the pinion. If you had to look on eBay, try and find one of these, you'd probably pick one up maybe, I don't know, 20, 25 bucks. New wheel if you needed it. Absolutely available. Still filth on this escape wheel here. Giant piece of dirt in through the insetting for the balance as well. So we'll have to take care of that. And then I don't know what kind of massacre we're going to open up and look and see inside this barrel. Hey, it's actually not too bad. That is very surprising. Mainspring's been changed. Probably put an ETA 2892 mainspring in there, which is an acceptable substitute for it. So I can tell by the hooking end, it doesn't look like a Seiko. I could be wrong, but I'll find out more once I open it up. But could be a 2892. Mainspring. Again, that's an acceptable substitute. No issue with that. But we'll check that out once I get to it. Oh, it's just dirt and filth. All right, I will get the rest of this keyless work done, and we'll pop her in the cleaner, jewel the barrel, fix up all those issues, and we'll get to assembly.